Welcome back to Ladies Love Notes, where we give you all of the real about being newly single and dating in your 40s. My loves, as promised, we are back with a new topic and more news you can use. And this week, my friends, we are talking about being a rebound and how to navigate that appropriately. Now, being newly single myself, I can say that after a year plus, I got some strong feelings about this shit, okay? Having rebounded and having been a rebound. Now, first and foremost, let me say, a rebound is not the same thing as like your first real relationship after you got out of being in another real relationship. I think it's totally possible to get in a real relationship after having been in a different one. A rebound is what happens when you have freshly broken up with someone and then you jump right into something big, passionate, intense, and often doomed to fail as a long-term thing. By fresh, I mean within 6 months to a year of your breakup. Yes, that's right. I the fuck said it. I started thinking about this actually because a couple of months out of my last relationship, I started having sex with somebody else. It was fucking intense. My life was like completely the fuck chaotic, and frankly, I didn't know up from down, left from right. The sex was for the emotional release. You know, having someone want you and you want them at a time when you don't really know what the fuck you want or who you even are anymore. And even though I was super clear with myself and with the other person that this was a rebound, they still tried to lock it down with me. Jesus, be offense. You know that shit didn't last but about 75 seconds. Now, my ex, they did the same shit, but basically done got into a whole ass relationship with somebody and called it dating. Let's just say it ain't ended well because feelings got hurt and all that. Let's just leave it there. I'm working on myself. I'm letting Jesus take the wheel. Okay? So now, more than a year out from my breakup, I am halfway talking to somebody who themselves is going through a major life transition, having broken up with someone recently who they were with since high school. Child, what? I know. Sometimes I ask myself the same thing. So I thought it might be helpful to share some tips and observations from being on both sides as both the rebounder and the reboundee. Tip number 1. Get clear about what shit is and what shit ain't, and do all that on the front end. No exceptions. So look, my rebound was somebody who I enjoyed spending time with, but I was super clear that I did not want to be in a thing with them. I knew I had healing to do, and that I was literally just passing the time. We had incredible sexual chemistry, but that was about it. I didn't get butterflies, none of that other shit. And I was really honest with them about this, like really. They were like, oh yeah, I don't want to get into a relationship either, blah, 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 yada, yada, yada. And then the next thing I know, they was trying to sleep over at the crib and telling people we were dating when we most definitely was not doing nothing of the sort. Would we kick it? Yeah, like mostly with other people. We liked some of the same things, so we would do some of those things together, but it was not a vibe like that. I held my boundaries with them around shit that was moving into a different territory, but it didn't stop them from trying. Good morning and good night texts. Nope. Wanting to sleep over at the crib. Nope. So I cut it off. Even though the sex was amazing, the other shit made it way too complicated, and I got clearer that actually they couldn't separate the shit out. So I put us both out of our misery. My ex went a different direction. They dove deep into the feels and the euphoria of a rebound without being super clear with themselves and the other person there was no future in that. At least, not that way. I will say to you right the fuck now, if the person you're rebounding with was in a relationship that was, I don't know, more than 3 or 5 years, and you just fucking with them 3 to 5 months out from their breakup, and you somehow think you finna lock it down, I'm gonna pray for you, child. And I'm gonna pray for your broken heart, because that don't even make no fucking kind of sense. I said what the fuck I said. People just out of breakups are trying to find life again. They are looking for comfort and kindness and are likely in no kind of position to jump back into something again. And if they act like they are, you should consider that one screaming ass red flag, not an invitation. Let me give you this game for free. Trying to lock it down with a nigga who was in a marriage for 17 years, literally 3 months into their breakup, is just, yeah. And if the nigga is telling you they trying to lock it down with you, you need to be looking at they ass sideways as fuck, because that also don't make no sense, like at all. Ain't happening, and it didn't happen just like I said it wouldn't. Now, in that situation, nobody was being clear about what the shit was and what the shit wasn't. Now, my mom used to say, a hard head make a soft behind. And honey, a soft behind was made. Tip number 2, be honest with yourself about how you feel and what you want. Do not, I repeat, do not walk into some shit with somebody who has just gone through a breakup and not be truthful with yourself about what you want and what you need in reality. A person who has gone through a breakup is trying to move on and stay put all at the same time. They need time to work through all of the transitions that they are going through. And that might mean that they come towards you because that's what they used to doing. But you shouldn't assume that it's like your charm or some shit. I hate to tell you this, but it probably really isn't any of that. It's more like muscle memory or some shit. If you're just coming out of a relationship, that says you're used to being with somebody. Now, the shit I got going on, it works for me right now because I really, really am not trying to be in any kind of relationship. I'm dating. I'm doing my own thing. I'm not trying to be anybody's girlfriend right now, but I will know when I am ready and when I've met the right person. Me and dude, we enjoy each other's company, and neither one of us has any need to talk about anything in the future because that's not what I want. And I know that's not even something he can do or even should be doing right now. Our time is our time, and it's good. Now, if I wanted a relationship, this would not be the person at this time to be pursuing that with. I know that, and I'm clear about that. It lets us just enjoy each other without getting caught up in a lot of fucking nonsense. We stay in the realm of Rebound because it's honest. And if it's ever going to move out of that, I know it's going to be at least another year until that even is a possibility. And trust me when I say, a lot can happen in a year. So I'm not even leaving a place for him at the table. Sometimes you have an unexpected dinner guest, and so you accommodate, but you don't set an extra place at your table when you know good and damn well somebody said, I'm gonna try and make it. Yes, I'm talking to you. Stop that shit. And if you find yourself doing that, you should probably stop what you're doing and move on to someone who wants the same things you do. Just be your sweet, tender self and give them your best Erykah Badu next lifetime speech if you see yourself trying to do relationship shit with somebody who's in a rebound, or vice versa. Too many of y'all is out here not being honest about what you want, and as a result, you are in for a crash landing. You may also not be being honest with yourself about what the other person is going through, and that too is a recipe for a crash landing as well. Now, I promise you, it ain't gonna be you that speeds up their healing or their acclimation process. Only time takes care of that. I promise you, it's weird as fuck if someone who was in a long-ass relationship before you is telling you they love you after 2 months. Ciao. If that's the shit you on, I got an oceanfront property to sell you in Idaho. Which leads me to the final tip for this episode. Have clear boundaries with yourself and each other. When you're in rebound land, you're looking for connection, but you may not be capable of real connection. I know for me, I wanted to move forward, but I wasn't ready to be in anything serious or even fucking be accountable to anybody. But I wanted to live my life and figure out how to do that again. I wanted freedom, and I was also terrified of freedom. With the dude, same. He's out of his thing. He knows that's the right thing for him. He's ready to move forward and literally doesn't know how. So, as a rebound, I literally just give him all the space. To be honest, I need the shit too. See, the thing about rebounding is that we're excited for the possibility of a new person in our lives, but it also scares the shit out of us. I reassure him a lot. I do not want to lock it down with you. I am totally good doing what we're doing, nothing more and nothing less. And in the meantime, while you're going through all the things, put some fucking respect on my name, because it's likely you will not meet someone like me who sees the God in you and isn't trying to put you in a jar. And I'm pretty sure he gets it. And I get it. And strange as it is, we get each other, and that's good enough for right now. For all you folks out there on the rebound, and maybe even if you are the rebound, slow and steady. Be honest with yourself and each other about what you want, and be real about the fact that if you want a relationship and you are the rebound, it's highly unlikely, that you finna get the relationship you want inside of rebound territory. If you want something deeper, have some discipline and some damn discernment, aka good sense, and give it the time it needs to go there. And sometimes that means you gotta leave it and come back to it in time. And make sure you set boundaries too. Just because you're the rebound doesn't mean you sacrifice your dignity. You can uphold your standards and have a light, fun time. Keep it light and keep it cute.